Is going on, gents? It's RPM here, reporting from Mobile Command with another AITA post. Now, before I go into this one, go ahead and subscribe to my backup channel, RPM The Gray Man. As you guys know, my primary RPM channel has 2 strikes on it. So I'm going to go ahead and let that one cool off and let the strikes go away, which should be roughly in the middle of October. So daily content will still be uploaded on my backup channel, RPM The Gray Man, as well as MGTOW.tv and BitChute. Anyway, as you guys know, this Reddit post was sent to me by my main man, Lex Luthor, and it was published 2 days ago. Am I the asshole for not giving my family a second chance? 34-year-old male here, and not in the U.S. This February, I was accused of harassment of the nth degree by a subordinate on my team at my workplace. Why? She was not a good employee and knew I was going to write a negative report that would lead to her getting fired. She thought this was the best way to prolong the inevitable. And what is one of the main reasons for filing harassment charges, gentlemen? Yeah, revenge. A lot of news of such nature were floating around where bosses or superiors took advantage of juniors, and to avoid all that, my company decided quick justice was the way to go, and without an investigation, fired me. News of it spread around, and my ex-teammates looked at me in disgust. I live in my family home with my parents, wife, and older brother's family, and I was forced to leave because I was ashamed to them and society around us in general. All of them refused to believe me, and I get it. Most of the people involved in such cases are all seemingly innocent. What hurt the most was that my parents of 34 years, my wife of 6 years and girlfriend fiance for 10, and my office for 5 thought I was not worth listening to. The light in all of this were my younger sister and brother-in-law, who had enough faith in me to know that I was innocent and took me in. They are both lawyers and said they would help me clear my name. It was a long and grueling process, and no thanks to the great Rona, that court dates were getting difficult. It was even more difficult that the event that I was accused of happened outside the office in an area with no cameras. It was especially not helpful that my wife started posting stuff about betrayal and quote unquote, things are not what they seem. Plus how my brother and sister-in-law were posting about quote unquote, living with the lowest trash. Eventually, the loops in the accuser's story and my alibis helped clear me of the charge, and now I am suing her for defamation. God damn it, that's a good way to go. I got my company fined for that quote unquote quick justice, and they offered a settlement for not pursuing a case against them, which I obviously took since I am not going back to work in hell. It has been a month since then. I am set to move in a new apartment near my sister's place and will be freelancing for a while. Oh, and I have also decided to cut the toxic part of my family and divorce my wife. I am livid for what they did. Parents and brother are sorry for what they did and want another chance. Soon-to-be ex-wife asked me to reconsider for the sake of our child, who I plan to take custody of. They are now guilt-tripping me to forgive them and have involved relatives to talk me out of doing, quote-unquote, something absurd. I am pretty dead set with my decision, as my sister says she will support whatever I choose as long as I do not regret it. I understand such cases are difficult and we have a long way to go, but does that mean every single good deed will be negated by some baseless accusation of such degree? I choose to give my blood the benefit of the doubt. My family thinks I should understand the pressure they were in and just forgive and forget. Am I the asshole? Wow. Just wow. Whew. Where can I begin with this one? Oh, man. This guy did what a lot of men, especially over here in the U.S. or any Western country, refuses to do because of societal shaming. And what is that? Go after the woman who falsely accused him. You guys know in my case, in RPM's case, I make it blatantly clear. Falsely accuse me, I'm coming for your neck. That will be my final mission in life. You better hope the police get to me before I get to you. But insofar as this guy being an asshole, oh no. No. When this man was at his lowest point in life, the one group of people that should have circled the wagons was his own family. But guess what? They did exactly what society wanted them to do, which is cast him out. Yeah, if not for his younger sister and brother-in-law, that would have been it. This would have been another guy that would have been a statistic that probably would have ended up, taking himself out of the equation because of a false allegation from a worthless female. Oh, yeah. Yeah. But gentlemen, if you find yourself in this situation and you're not going to put on the mask, sue everybody. See, this is another reason why we men have to start uniting, especially when it comes down to false allegations. We know the percentage of them that are actually real versus the ones that are false. And we know the motivation behind why a lot of women will file these. Case in point, the female who accused the two athletes in college. Why? Because she wanted some other guy to feel sorry for her. But what happened? The woman eventually went to jail, but no, gentlemen, Start suing everybody. Everybody involved needs to have a case put on their head. Period. But as we all know, society will tell a man, oh, well, you know what? Just grin and bear it, this, that, and the other. Take it on the chin. And you've even had some feminists come out and say that even if a man has been thoroughly falsely accused, he can still learn something from that. Get out of my face with that shit. Gentlemen, it is far past time we start uniting. Okay? This constant need for women and money, it's what's killing us as men. So many men have committed suicide because of this. And as men, we're our own worst enemy. We are. All we need to do, if you get a group of guys that are on point, that are handling their business, you throw a woman in there and guess what? The organization falls apart. Why? Because, I need to go ahead and try to be the AMOG, or I'm going to try to compete for this woman instead of competing for the bigger prize. Oh, man. Topics like this really burn me to the core. But at least this guy did what needed to be done. He took matters into his own hands and he sued everybody. And so far as that slimy family of his, oh man, there was only 2 reasons why they wanted him to quote unquote forgive and forget. 1, because of that settlement, and 2, his soon-to-be ex-wife was trying to say, think of the kid, think about the child. Like at that point, nah. You and that child can get out. Y'all can go. Y'all proved in my greatest time of need where my true family was. And none of you are it. So yeah, this guy needs to turn his back on all of them. But I can only say this. Ladies, the power is still metaphorically out. And feminism is still catching those body blows and uppercuts. And those legs are staggering. But guarantee you this. One day, the false sex crime accusation that can be used by any woman at any time against any man, it's either going to go out in silence or it's going to go out with violence. The choice is eventually not going to be yours any longer, ladies, because men are going to get fed up. And when that day comes, let there be bloody retribution. That's all I got to say for this one. RPM, I am